When the guns of World War II finally fell silent in 1945, a shattered world was crying out for justice. For the architects of a regime that had plunged humanity into darkness, the end of the war was supposed to be the end of their story. For some, it was. In a German city synonymous with their monstrous rallies, the most powerful remaining figures of the Third Reich would face a trial that would change the world forever. But for every Nazi leader in the dock, there were thousands of others who simply vanished. For them, the end of the war wasn't an ending, but the beginning of a new, dark chapter. Second act played out in the shadows, far from the hangman's noose. So, what really happened to Hitler's followers? This is the story of two vastly different fates that awaited them, one of public reckoning and one of secret escape. In the smoldering ruins of Germany, the victorious Allies faced a huge question. How do you hold an entire state accountable for crimes so vast they're hard to even imagine? Their answer was the International Military Tribunal, a court set up in the city of Nuremberg. Between 1945 and 1946, 24 of the highest-ranking surviving Nazi leaders were put on trial. These were the men who gave the orders, like Hermann Göring, Hitler's right-hand man, and Ernst Kaltenbrunner, the chillingly effective head of the office that ran the Gestapo and the concentration camps. The charges were groundbreaking: conspiracy, war crimes, and a new concept: crimes against humanity. For nearly a year, the court heard harrowing testimony and sifted through mountains of the Nazis' own meticulously kept documents. On October 1st, 1946, 12 of the defendants were sentenced to death, but the most infamous of them all, Hermann Göring, cheated the executioner, committing suicide just hours before his scheduled hanging. The Nuremberg trials created a permanent, undeniable record of Nazi crimes and established a powerful precedent that just following orders is no defense. But as the world watched justice being served, a very different operation was unfolding in the shadows. For thousands of other Nazis, from SS officers to Camp Garza, end of the war was a signal to run. And they weren't alone. Clandestine networks, Latherknau and Ausratlans, were ready to spirit them away to safety, mainly to South America. It's thought that as many as 9,000 Nazis and their collaborators fled there, with perhaps 5,000 ending up in Argentina alone. How did they do it? It was a multi-step process. Sympathetic clergy within the Catholic Church provided shelter and false documents. The International Red Cross, often tricked, issued travel papers to men with fake identities. But the most crucial piece was a welcoming destination. Argentina, under President Juan Perón, became a willing safe haven. Seeing these fugitives as a source of military and technical expertise, two of the most infamous fugitives to use these rattlins were Adolf Eichmann, the logistical mastermind of the Holocaust, and Joseph Mengele, the angel of death of Auschwitz. Eichmann escaped a prison camp, got a Red Cross passport under a fake name, and in 1950, boarded a ship to Buenos Aires. Mengele, the doctor who performed monstrous experiments, also escaped through Italy to Argentina in 1949. The escape of thousands of perpetrators created a deep moral wound, while governments lost interest. A handful of determined individuals refused to let the world forget. These were the Nazi hunters. The most famous was Simon Wiesenthal, a Holocaust survivor who dedicated his life to tracking down fugitives. But the most dramatic manhunt of all was for Adolf Eichmann. A crucial tip from a man in Argentina whose daughter had unknowingly dated Eichmann's son reached Israel's intelligence agency. In 1960, a team of Mossad agents flew to Buenos Aires. After weeks of surveillance, on the evening of May 11th, they grabbed Eichmann off the street. They drugged him, disguised him as a flight attendant, and smuggled him to Israel to stand trial. Eichmann's trial in Jerusalem was a global event where survivors finally told their stories. He was found guilty and executed, sending a clear message. No matter how long it took, justice could still find them. Meanwhile, a messier process was unfolding inside Germany itself. The Allied goal was to purge the entire country of Nazi influence. At first, it was strict. Every German over 18 had to fill out a detailed questionnaire about their past. But the sheer scale of the task, with some 8.5 million Nazi Party members, was overwhelming. As the Cold War heated up, Allied priorities shifted. A stable West Germany was now seen as a crucial buffer against the Soviets. By 1951, the program was officially over. Many former party members quietly slipped back into positions in business, education, and even government. In a shocking 1957 study, it was found that 77% of senior officials at the West German Ministry of Justice were former Nazis. So, what really happened to the Nazis? There's no single answer. A handful faced public justice at Nuremberg. Thousands vanished into the shadows of South America, and for millions, a flawed process of denazification meant they simply melted back into society. While Nazi hunters brought men like Eichmann to justice, many others, like Joseph Mengele, died free. It's a powerful reminder that the fall of a regime isn't the end of the story. The quest for accountability is a long and difficult one. If you found this look into the post-war world compelling, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and let us know in the comments which part of this story shocked you the most.